Okay, so we are going to do the rewiring. Take 2 screws on the sides of the lid. We are going to remove this cable, white one, and the neutral blue one from here, okay? So white one out. From this connector. Be careful with the sharp edges over here. Neutral one. We are going to use 3-way wiggle and a jumping wire. We are going to put 1 clip. Make sure the cable is touching at the top. White one. Once again, make sure it's touching at the top. And finally, neutral. Okay. Okay. Like that. This is how it should look like. All the cables touching on the top. The end of the jumping wire back where the neutral was. Push firmly, make sure all the cables are attached, and then gently push it back into place. And that's the rewiring done. So now we are going to do a refurb on the unit. So we are going to change the overheat stat and the heating element. Okay. So for that we need to unscrew the lid, top lid. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna show the tools that we're gonna use for this fix. So we're gonna always important gloves, basic adjustable spanner, heating element 2.8 kilowatts. We're gonna do some fittings, PTFE tape, crimping tool, a bigger adjustable spanner, wire cutting tool, and an overheat stat ceramic one. Okay, so if you have a look over here, on your battery you are going to have all the pipes coming out, the plumbing. We need to make sure all the pipes are disconnected before proceeding to remove the unit. So please make sure you remove all the pipes and you drain the battery. Bear in mind that some water is going to be remaining on the battery, so please have on hand some paper, as it's going to be a mess. And we do require the battery to be bone dry before turning it back on. It's really important. So first, gloves on, safety first, important. So as you can see, there is no pipe work over here. So what we're going to do is to remove the clip sensors. There is one here, and one right here, this one. So remove the clip sensors, the DC, we just pull them from both sides, out, easy. Please be gentle, okay? They are quite sensible, take your time, we don't want to break the cables. Okay, out. Okay, next thing we are going to do is we are going to unscrew the youngest plastic fittings over here. So we are going to unscrew this side, so pull it anti-clockwise, so this direction, like that, just a bit. So as you can see, there is a little gap. This is perfect, this is what we want. Same for that one over here, same for this one, we want a little gap, okay? Sometimes it helps me to remove the side insulation panel, so we allow some gap in this side to pull the youngest fittings. So what we basically have to do is here we are going to, this ring, we are going to pull it in this direction, whereas the unit, the copper pipe, in this direction, okay? Sometimes allows me, oh, sorry, it helps using yourself a spanner, adjustable spanner. So we just leave it up to the size of the pipe. We allow some gap so it can move. This is going to help us pushing the fitting, the O-ring fitting in this direction, and we're going to pull the pipe in this direction. So just as I said, we're going to pull one inside, other side, and here it goes, loose. Can you see? Same for this one. Pull. Just a pull spanner. I'm gonna be pulling this direction with the spanner, and I'm gonna be pulling with my hand the pipe on that direction. Gentle, okay? Once we do that, please bear in mind that some water might come out, and be very, very gentle with the cables around here, okay? It's really important. So we are going to twist the unit gently, like that, okay? So what we're trying to do is replace the overheat stud. In this case, this one is white, but it should be, sorry, it's white. Usually it's going to be black, and that's why it needs to be replaced. The black one is replaced with the white one. This case is correct, but I'm going to replace it just to show how it's done, okay? For that, I can remove my gloves. It's not important at the moment. Sorry. Allen key. We remove the cables over here. See, in this case, it wasn't tight. 5 seconds. Run. And we pull the cables in this direction. Okay. So as you can see, the fitting is loose, the flaps, okay? Red cable was located here, and the cable from the heating element was located here. We just remove them, okay? Easy. Now we're just going to remove the okay. So in this case, we just have to unscrew the two screws here, one here and one on the other side. replace the new overheat stud, white one, ceramic one. Please remember to put some thermal paste underneath and put the screws back on. Then the next thing we are going to do is replace the heating element. For that, we are going to be required to cut here, white one out, and as you can see, the cables, the terminals from the heating element are loose right now, okay? So from the heating element, one terminal goes connected to the white one and one goes to the overheat stud. So with that, we are going to remove the heating element, pack again gloves, safety first, we don't want to get any cuts. Just and anti-clockwise, gentle, okay, take your time. And we are going to replace it with a new one. As you can see, this heating element is not prepared. We have to crimp the terminals on the heating element. So for that, I'm gonna remove my gloves. We require two blue sport female connectors. So procedure is quite easy. Okay. Crimping tool, blue dot. Pull firmly to confirm that is properly attached. Second one. Once again, pull firmly to confirm. We remove the casing, the protective casing. Just like that. And now we are going to cover the thread with some PTFE tape. Please be generous. We don't want any humidity to get through it. So I think that will do. Okay, so this is how the heating element should look like before getting it back to place. So procedure, easy, dead easy. Screw it, clockwise direction, gloves, back in again. Okay. Make sure the union here is quite tight. Okay? Tight. Okay. So now we are going to use a male blue spark connector on the white cable that we have cut previously here. So we are going to need to cut some wire first. Remove the cover. Okay, so you can see male here. Again, blue dot. And here we go. Pull firmly, just to confirm. So here goes the connection. Terminals, we slide them through the expansion vessel, okay? One of the terminals, it doesn't matter which one, goes connected on the side flaps of the overheat stud. And the other one remaining, white cable, male and female, connect them all the way in, okay? Make sure this connection is tight, okay? We want to pull, make sure it's firmly connected. And basically, this is all it has to be done. So now we just have to put the hydraulics back again. As you can see here, there is water line here. This is not acceptable, okay? Has to be bone dry. Until it's dry, the unit cannot be back again. Otherwise it's going to cause some problems. For this purpose, I'm not gonna clean it, I'm not gonna dry it, but please bear in mind that it has to be properly dry before putting the unit back in. So putting the unit back in is going to be easy, as previously done. Unit sitting here. Please make sure we are not twisting any cables, okay? And be careful with the sensor clips. If we just slide the unit back on, so we set John gas fitting on the pipe, same here. What I like to do is push the unit from the pump a little bit inside, just to accommodate the John gas fittings on the pipes, but at the end I like to press firmly from one pipe and the other to push the pipe to go through the fitting. Once this is done, okay, we screw the John gas fitting back in to make sure it's tight, okay, make sure it's tight, same here. We just screw it back, please make sure it's tight, and don't forget the clip sensors. So one, the longest one, goes here, right next to the expansion vessel, behind the John gas fitting. Whoa. Please be careful, okay? They're quite sensible. Okay, one back in, just move it to make sure it's firmly touching. Same goes for the one located at the top. We clip it, okay, move it a bit, and please do not forget to place the side insulation panel. So just push the unit on a side and accommodate it back in. And then at the end, just remember to put the plumbing pipework back in and allow the unit to have some water in it before turning it back on. Thank you.